to let them know that we're doing church today at 10 o'clock online, because I hadn't done that. You know, just remind people that's what we're doing. It's kind of weird that now I have to tell people how we're going to do church. Whew. So I'm sleepy. Oh. My phone is telling me that my signal's going in and out, so I don't know if you're getting this today or not. Oh, somebody's lit a fire this morning, and it smells like a fire out here. Okay, so have you had your first good blowout fight at your house yet this week? We've had a couple. Those aren't very fun. When you're stuck in a cabin or a house or a room or an apartment and you got nowhere to go, you got to just work it out. I guess that helps conflict, but man, think about these people that have been doing this for a while, the countries that have been doing this for a while. I'm trying to learn from them as to how to do this social distancing. It's weird. Hi, Derek. Hey, Derek, I wanted to let you know that we're going to do a food bank on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the gymnasium there at the church. And so if you want to spread the word in the neighborhood, because I know there's people that have lost their jobs, and I also know there's food banks that are closing. So we have no idea how we're going to do it. We're just got to figure that out. Hang on just a second. All right, dog. Don't get in trouble. There's another dog over by the tennis court. Hey, Brian. Hi, David. How are you, brother? I wish I had more military training. Thinking of you being in the Army and everything. Oh, here we go. Sun's just come up, everybody. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So glad to have you along on my morning walk. We're out in the park. This is Soso the dog. Soso the dog is doing what dogs do. And I'm taking advantage of this time to talk to my phone without being weird. When you're in the house talking to the phone, that feels weird. To be out here, at least I'm just another weird guy talking to himself in the park. Oh, it's chilly where you are, David. Are you in Missouri? I can't remember. Brian Sabin. I want to say that's Brian Bohm. Brian Bohm! Ah! Man, I have been trying to get a hold of you. Well, let me be honest. Mike gave me the phone number, and I just hadn't called. So, hope you're doing well, man. I have such fond memories of cross country, and I've been speaking to youth groups around a lot, and often I'm talking to junior hires, and I talk to them about the time that Brian Bohm lapped me in a mile race. And so I was coming in for my third lap. You're coming in for your fourth lap, which at the time I think meant you're running a 6-minute mile. I'm running an 8-minute mile. And people are cheering for us because they think that we're neck and neck. And everybody's like, go, go, go. And then you cross the finish line, and then I go for the next loop and keep running. And I'm so slow that people have already started setting up the hurdles for the next race. And That dog's not slow, I'll tell you what. And so here I am out there running the mile, now dodging hurdles because they're setting up for the 440 hurdles or whatever was after our race. Anyway, Brian, I think of you every time that I tell that story. Pat Harrod is watching. What's up, brother? Hi, Nathan. What's up? Pat Harrod, I had no idea you knew Ron Shevlin. The Shevlins go way back in Evergreen, and so I've known the Shevlins for a long time. And it sounds like he was your college pastor, so that's cool. Brian Gabbard is watching. Brian, my cousin's son just got a job at Ball Corporation, and they are this week moving out to Boulder. So you'll have to look him up. In kind of a creepy way, you know, like walk in like I'm the CEO and like, I just want you to know I know who you are. You know, do something fun like that. Pat, you got to teach me how to do that stuff. Oh, look at that sunrise. Oh, let me filter it just a smidge so that you get to actually see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is amazing. We got the geese out here crying. Puddle. That's my footprint. Don't tell my wife I stepped in the puddle. So we got the dog out here. Kent Sundberg, good to see you, buddy. Man, it is just gorgeous out here. Hope you guys are taking in just how beautiful things can be in the midst of disaster, huh? Stop looking at the stock market and get out and look at the sunrise. Oh, man, it's beautiful. Come on, So. So, it's been a crazy, crazy week. And I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you guys and praying for you. And we're all trying to figure out how to do this together. Shane Thomas is watching. Shane Thomas is one famous man in Nashville, and he's watching me. He's watching me. It's good to see you, Shane. Shane did a wedding with me not so long ago. Facebook is so random and the people that it brings in. Anyway, Jim Waters is watching. David, thank you for that note. I'll read it a little bit later. My eyes are old. Jim, it's good to see you, brother. We're still doing church. I don't know how it's going to go down or what it's going to look like. But we're trying to figure out how to get 50 people not together in the same room. We're going to sing songs in my living room, I think, today. We're going to... Man, that sunrise. We're going to just let God be God. I hope that you're doing well. I don't know if you're in Iowa or if you're back in Florida now. There's a beaver that lives in this water. Oh, there's a red-winged blackbird right there. I don't know if you can see him or not. He always gets mad at me at this part of the walk because his nest is right around here somewhere. It's beautiful. Ducks are out on the pond. Zoom. All right, Pat, you got to teach me how to Zoom. I've been on plenty of Zoom meetings in the last week. Geesh, I guess that's how the world works now. But do I have to join it or become a... Ooh, did you see that cloud right there? Woo, it's pretty. Snow on the mountains. Oh no, that's houses. We gotta go this way. There's snow on the mountains. All right. And it's not really mountains, foothills. That's what we call them. Anyway, My dog's doing what my dogs come to do, so I'm gonna have to put down the phone for a second. I know Heidi was on. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna sing a little song for you for a second. When the lights go out in Georgia and the moon shines all around, oh, I wanna be in the city. Whoa. I don't know why that song was stuck in my head, but what are you gonna do? Hi, Dan Colgan. Rachel Freese. Wow. People I haven't thought of in a long time. Good to see all of you. You've just stumbled into Mark Krakovic rambling on his walk with his dog. And I'm just doing my best to try and bring a little normalcy to a crazy, crazy world. So how much food do you guys have? Because it sounds like we're going to be hunkered down for a while. So what's the thanks, Kent. So what's the food that you're gonna kind of make it on? I bought popcorn, a lot of popcorn. I think it's got no nutritional value, but I'm just thinking that some popcorn with salt and butter and I'm good, man. I'm good. Oatmeal, I got some oatmeal. That was cheap. I like the Quaker little packets. Heat up the water. Rice and beans, right? It's weird times, guys. It's like, I guess, kind of like someone might have predicted that the whole world would go crazy someday. And here we are. Here we are. I thought it'd be different. But Herb Bloomquist. Oh man, Camp Chaminade. Hey, I was just telling stories that I would tell about a guy named Brian who's also on here, but I would tell it at almost every camp that I went to. All right, I gotta. All right, so end of the world today. What if you could preach an end to the world sermon? What would you preach? Soso says, "Hey, you put me on the leash and you forgot to give me a treat. Where's my treat?" All right. There you go. There's your treat. So if you could preach an end to the world sermon, what would you preach? I'm just sticking with my Easter series because I don't know what else to do. So today we're talking about the four Gospels and how they're different, and yet they all tell the same story, and how they don't tell the same story in order like modern biographies. It's everything all is kind of jumbled up, and yet it's, well, I don't want to give it all away. Come listen to my sermon today at 10 o'clock. Probably coming to you Facebook Live from my living room. Oh, the end of the world. Anyway, people, God knows the end from the beginning. And He knows everything that's going on in your life right now. He knows the things that wake you up in the middle of the night. My kid, Britta, had a temperature yesterday. A temperature. Those were some very, very tense moments. The house got really quiet, and we got her some, whatever you're supposed to give them, Tylenol, not Advil, and within half hour, 45 minutes, her temp came down. That was spooky. Um, those moments, that's what I'm talking about. God is there. He's present in those moments, and He will carry us through those. I have a brother and a sister, both in the medical field, and I can't imagine what the next couple of months are going to be like for them. And so prayers go out to them, right? And everybody that you know that is doing frontline medical work, EMTs. I know a couple of those. Jay Bollinger, thinking of you, buddy. We need to lift each other up in prayer. We need to remember God's in control. We need to get out and enjoy the sunrise. If you have any prayer requests, go ahead and leave them. You just type them right in here, all right, so that we can be in prayer for you. If you have food and you can figure out a way to get it to a food bank, do that, okay? People have lost their jobs, and while they might still have a place to stay, they're going to start shutting the power off and the water off. I mean, that stuff's not free. So, thank you guys. Thanks for sharing this morning with me. Talk to you soon.